I spent a lot of time on airplanes flying around the world, working with mid to large level organizations, building leaders at all levels. And I say that not to impress you in any way. I say that simply to report what I do. I mean, it's my mission. My mission is simple. I want to travel around the world and help as many organizations as possible build people who lead without a title. What's the payoff for me? The payoff for me is I get to feel that I'm building better, doing my part to build better organizations and helping human beings who might have been playing victims and given up on their ability to be great and to shine and show genius in their work, whether they pick up the phone or whether they work in IT, whether they work in the legal department, whether they're accountants, whether they're CEOs or VPs of sales. A lot of people say, well, I can't make a difference because I'm not number one, or because I don't have the title, or I don't have a position. Leadership is not about position. Leadership is about your impact. It's about your influence. It's about your commitment to be brilliant in your work. If you go to YouTube, you'll see an interview I did with a gentleman who came to our office to do a renovation, and his name is Bert. And Bert blew me away. And the reason why I posted that video of Bert on YouTube, and please watch it because it'll blow your mind. I mean, he's been installing carpets for 55 years. And he is a great example of a leader without a title because he has no title. He's just an ordinary person who's installing carpets. And yet his pride, his passion, his ability to play wow was inspirational to me. So you can lead without a title. And the fourth leadership conversation taught to us by the massage therapist in the book is really this: to be a better leader, be a great person. And here's the point. As I get on these airplanes and make my way to the seat, if I get a glimpse of the pilots sitting in the cockpit, here's the thing. I always notice they are checking their flight plan. They are looking at the instruments. They are recalibrating. They are going through a series of checks and rituals to make sure their systems are flawless before the plane takes off. Here's the reason I'm sharing this metaphor. Every day before you go out into the world and show leadership without a title, it's so important you spend 1 hour in your leadership hour. I explain all the dynamics and the tactics in The Leader Who Had No Title, as you know. But it's really important to take that 1 hour for yourself and then go through those 7 fundamentals of personal leadership that I've listed in that book. Okay? Go through those 7 fundamentals, or pick a few of them every single day. I guess what I'm really trying to say is this: happy people are happy leaders. Energized people are energized leaders. People who have self-respect respect other people. So if you take time to work on yourself, awaken that inner leader within you so that you can pour your potential out into the outer world, everything in your outer world will change. We forget that. We think that if we work on our outer world, then we'll find happiness and we'll find all those inner pursuits that we long for. Here's the thing. If you want to be a great leader in your work, regardless of your title, if you want to have financial abundance, you want to have health, you want to have love, you want to have passion, you want to have adventure, you want to live a glorious life, the best move you can make is begin to do the things I talked about in The Leader Who Had No Title, so that you start to think like a champion, so you start to feel happier, so you start to believe in yourself, so you release fear from your system so you can walk out in the world and innovate and shine and dream and have the courage to be the best in the world at what you do. And another thing I talk about in that fourth leadership conversation is the importance of health and diet. A lot of leadership books don't talk about that, but ultimately, your 2 most precious resources, number 1, your mental focus, and number 2, your physical energy. Getting into great physical condition and eating a great diet will give you huge amounts of energy, and you can then go out into work and have stamina, excellence, passion, and all the energy you need to follow through flawlessly on your deliverables. So there is my review on The Leader Who Had No Title. A few final ideas to help you integrate and live the lead without a title message. Number 1, within the next 24 hours, I encourage you, I challenge you to share what you've learned from the book, share the 4 leadership conversations, share the whole Lead Without a Title message with 3 people within the next 24 hours. Why? Number 1, you will help them. You will help them shift from victimhood into leadership. You will help them understand you can lead without a title. And secondly, conversation deepens commitment. I'm going to say it again because it's so important. Conversation deepens commitment. So when you talk about things to other people and you coach them and you teach them, then you actually deepen the learning and clarify the learning within your own mind, within your own way of being. Second thing I'm going to encourage you, challenge you to do. Write down a one-page vision of what you will look like when you are playing at your leadership best. Vision gives you hope. Vision gives you clarity. And as I say in the book, clarity precedes mastery. So you want everything on a one-pager in terms of what it will look like when you are playing at your leadership best in your work, but also in your family life, in your personal life, in your community life, in your inner world. Number 3, I really encourage you to do one thing in the next 12 hours to move the whole Lead Without a Title message forward in your professional life and in your personal life. Ideation without execution amounts to delusion. In other words, ideas are great, but don't let this be a book that you don't live and breathe. Don't let this be a lost opportunity. Life is short. So do one thing in the next 12 hours to move your commitments forward, to start building your leadership capabilities, to start building your career and start living the Lead Without a Title message. Because, as I say in my book, Who Will Cry When You Die? The smallest of actions is always better than the noblest of intentions. And one of the things I've learned working with celebrity CEOs, the best of the best, world-class entrepreneurs, they are people of action. They commit to flawless execution around their big ideas. So make things happen. It sounds like a cliche, but take the ideas in the book and start to act on them within the next 12 hours. Final idea. Listen to the audiobook of The Leader Who Had No Title. It's read by Holter Graham. He actually is so talented. He's so talented. He brings the whole book to life. I was just listening to it the other day, and it blew my mind. I mean, he brought Anna to life. He brought Ty Boyd to life. He brought all the characters. Tommy Flynn, in many ways the hero of the book. He brought the whole thing to life so that the message is so strong and it becomes so colorful and so entertaining, and it will help you take all that you've read in the 201 pages of the book and deepen it in your awareness, so then you go to work and you start to live it and you just automatically start to get the results I know you want to get. Thank you for reading The Leader Who Had No Title. Please help me spread the Lead Without a Title message through your organization, through your community, through your family, through the world, because ultimately Mother Teresa said it so well. She said if everyone would only sweep their own doorstep, the whole world would be clean. And that's my greatest hope for you, that you will lead without a title and do your part to build a better organization, better communities, and ultimately a better world. I'll leave you with a thought my dad shared with me from a Sanskrit poem when I was growing up. He said, "Robin, when you were born, you cried while the world rejoiced." He said, "Son, live your life in such a way that when you die, the world cries while you rejoice." Lead Without a Title. Thank you so much.